Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. I think it's been a few months back since we did our last live stream. So I'm very excited for it and I'm waiting for your questions too. Good evening and hello to everyone. Yeah, we'll start the stream. We'll start the Q&A, everything now. So the main purpose of this live stream is mainly to help people who are passing out this year or people who are looking for a plan in their career to become successful. So if you are a student or even if you're working, then this live stream will be helpful because it's not a random live Q&A session. Like it's a detailed one. So I'm mainly targeting people who need some career guidance. So especially if you're passed out or if you're going to pass out next year or so this video will help you to choose the best career for you, even though you are graduating from engineering or degree or any other course, or if you're already working, then this live stream will at least give you some wisdom to take away from. So so what are the things that I will be discussing in this video or in this live stream is the first thing I will explain some of the career options, the mostly picked career options after graduation. And later that I will also give a plan which will help you to have a successful career. Later I will take questions. So if you have any questions related to your career, you can feel free to drop them in the live chat so that I can answer them one by one. I will try to answer the maximum. So let's get started. The thing that I want to talk about in the beginning is the career options after graduation. So this is something that is mostly asked by many of my subscribers, and even get some DMs to suggest the better career option. But it is not something which is a common thing, because some people will find doing masters or MTech fancy thing, and some people will directly jump into job and they feel like it is okay for them. So it is different for different people. So I don't want to normalize, but I will talk about different things now. So the first thing, so let me go with this first. So after that, like I will take your Q&A, but you can drop your questions meanwhile so that I can answer one by one. So what are all the different career options after graduation? So if you are an engineering student, or you are a first year, second year, third year, or final year, or a degree, a 3-year degree, let's take it. The first thing is whether I want to go for a job or masters, or you might see people, like many people are going to US to pursue their masters. So can I also do that? So I will cover all those things. The first career option that I am going to talk is MTech or MS. So if you are worried about whether MTech or MS is suitable for me or not, then listen to me. So MTech, first of all, if you want to pursue MTech in India, so I advise when to do and how to pick the colleges and all. I will cover them. First thing, if you are like telling yourself that I want to do MTech, but when to do MTech? The first thing, if you fail to get a good job in your engineering, that's the first thing. Because if you fail to get a job, you need to get a high paying job, but you don't know how to do that, then MTech is one of the highly chosen option by many of the students, because they feel like if I get a good seat in a good college, then ultimately I will get a good placement. This is the assumption that many have. Or the other thing is, like if you want to go towards teaching side, you want to become a lecturer in an engineering college, then having MTech is mandatory. So that is other case. Then the third scenario is like if you want to do your PhD or doctorate, then ultimately you need an MTech. Most cases you need that. So these are the three different ways why people choose MTech. So I advise, like, choosing MTech is not a bad option, or I cannot say it's the best option, but how to choose? First thing, in India, doing MTech in IITs and NITs are worthy, but don't do that in normal college. It will be of no use. So before that, like, you can get into an IT company. It is easy to get into an IT company in India, especially if it's a service-based company. Then ultimately, 2 years of experience is more valuable than pursuing an MTech in a local college. So avoid that. If you want to pursue MTech, then only choose colleges which are IITs or NITs. So for that, you need to crack GATE exam and you need to get a good rank there. So, and if you want to crack GATE, like, you need to be good in your academics, whatever the branch that you're. If you're from computer science background, you need to be good at multiple subjects like operating systems, computer networks, computer organization, there is this DLD, and there are many other subjects out there. Even programming knowledge is needed, compiler design. There are many subjects out there. You need to be a good, I can say, academic guy. Like you need to score good marks in your college, and you need to be well versed with all your academics. Then only you can crack GATE. So if you're that kind of student, then it is advisable for you to go and I mean, I can say, pursue MTech. And if not, like if you feel like you are just an average or below average student, then you don't need to do that. It's 2 years waste of time. Else, like, you can try to find a job and get skilled in that. So that's the best thing. Another thing is MS. So nowadays we are witnessing many people are choosing MS as their primary option because they feel um, like they're experiencing FOMO, like fear of missing out opportunities. Like everyone is going, so that I also need to go. So this is the mindset of many of the people, and this is, I cannot say like this is the best or even this is the worst, because especially if you're a middle class, if you're coming from middle class background or poor background, I advise, don't risk. Because if you feel like you're talented, then it's okay to take a loan and pursue your MS so that you can get a job, high paying job, so that you can clear off all the debts and you can start earning more. But if that's not the case, if you feel like you are not really intelligent, if you're not really talented, then anything is same for you, right? If you borrow loan, and if you fail to get I mean, a job after your MS course completion, then again, like, you need to apply for another masters to extend your visa. If you still fail to get that, you need to run after consultancies, so that they can offer you some job so that you can extend your visa. There will be many problems associated with MS. Not that every student who pursue the masters will get in high paying job, or I mean, their life will get settled. No, it's not the case. You also need to face many problems during that. So I advise, if you believe that you're confident on yourself, then it's okay to pursue your masters. But if not the case, please avoid pursuing that by borrowing. Like, you need to send back money to your home again, you need to clear off your debts. There is a lot of process. And if you can try hard, like, you can also get the same career here. It's not that only people who pursue masters in US will get good career. Of course, if you're really skilled, the sky is the limit for you to I mean, earn good salaries in US than India. But if not the case, then again, like, anywhere, like, it is same for you, it will be same for you. And also the other thing is, like, don't just pursue it because others are pursuing. If you have a clear vision in your mind, then it's fine. Otherwise, I strongly suggest to avoid that. Also, the things will not look same like how it is currently, because many people are going to US. Like, even this year, around 1 lakh visas was given to Indian students. So if there were more supply of Indian students, then ultimately there might be some decrease or some drop in the, I can say, jobs that they will offer to Indian students, mostly by product companies like Amazon or Microsoft. So it's not the case that you go to MS and pursue a course and get a job. It's not the case. You need to work hard even in US now, especially now. So avoid FOMO. Like, if you're really passionate about pursuing your masters in US and to get a job, and if you feel like you are underpaid in India, then it's fine to go to US. But if not the case, if you're not confident on yourself, don't risk just because others are going. This is a strong suggestion that I want to give. Other option is, people majorly pursue is MBA. So when to do MBA and where to do MBA? So there were multiple reasons why you need to pursue MBA. The first thing, you're not satisfied with your current stream. Like, if you're pursuing computer science, you're not satisfied, you don't want to get into an IT company and do this development job or other stuff. But you feel like you're good in communication skills, presentation skills, and management skills. You feel like you are somewhat an oral person, you can easily network with people. So that is your mindset. But you're not really passionate about the current stream that you're studying, then MBA is a good option for you, because MBA is completely like a people's management, or I can say a kind of a role which requires presentation, communication, interacting with people, networking with multiple authorities. So this is the role. You are a good manager, of course. Like, you manage your events well in your college, you feel like, I mean, those kind of roles will excite you. So if you are such a guy who is active always, then MBA will be a good choice for you. But don't pursue MBA in, again, like, local colleges. If you really want to pursue MBA, then attempt the CAT exam and pursue them in B schools. Of course, it would be costly, but the returns would be high. I mean, the salaries would be high after that. But don't pursue in local colleges and, I can say, waste your career. That will not help. If you pursue that in local colleges, you hardly get good salaries, and again, like, it's a waste of time again. And like, you will not even get a good number of skills. So that is again a problem. And the other option, the other common option, yeah, the other common option is job. So that is something that, I mean, most of us do right after graduation. So if you get it, that's fine. If you fail to get it, still, I mean, you don't need to take quick decisions. You can sit and analyze why you are not getting a job. If you get a job, like, there are many options to get a job. So the first thing, just entering into service based IT companies, that is quite simple. So everyone will be treated equally, and everyone will be paid almost equal salary. So in India, like, the range will be around 3.5 to 4. Like, this is the average that a service based company in India will pay you. But they will not expect more. But yeah, at least a basic understanding of your, I can say, programming, or some basic stuff about your academics, and a basic communication skill. This is what service based companies expect. If you fail to get it, so then ultimately, like, you need more time to decide. And the other way is product based company. If you're a skilled guy, you always love to learn new things. You always love to explore different things. You're a good programmer, or you're good at your core skill, then you can try for product based companies, because they pay you well. They pay you well for your skills. And this is the most common thing that many of us do. So product based companies are a good fit. Like, if you are a student, your main goal should be to crack product based companies, but not service based companies. Because if you dream high, then ultimately you will get the bottom. So that is the mindset that you need to have. And don't complain about not getting job. If you're skilled, you will ultimately get a job. That is something that you need to admit. So, like, if you haven't learned anything so far, at least start doing it from now. Because hardly, like, getting a job in service based companies will not take you month or 2 months of preparation. But to crack the product based companies, you need at least, like, years of preparation. For that, you should be tailor made to crack those interviews, to crack those problems. So make sure what kind of company that you want. If you are looking for an excel boost for your career, then product based companies are the best. Or if you just want to get a job, and later you need to, you feel like, I will decide later once I get a job, or I need time to settle, or I just want a job. Like, if your mindset is something like this, then go with service based companies. And these are the common options that one can get, especially related to job. So this is the one, like, one of the major option. And the other career that I can suggest is freelancing. Because of adoption of remote culture, especially people are habituated with working from home and all. Freelancing is something which is gaining popularity, because you can work for multiple clients at the same time without committing to one single job. Again, this is not a ideal one for majority of the people. This is only applicable for people who are good at a specific skill, but they're very well good at it. Like, I can say, if you're good at web development, you can design websites in hours, whatever it might be. Then you are a kind of guy who would, I can say, would have a good career in freelancing, because you can work with multiple clients at the time. Or let's suppose you are a video editor, you can edit videos, and that is something which is your passion. So you can work for multiple clients at a time. There are platforms, freelancing platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, or you can directly reach out to people whom you think needs your work. Then you can work for multiple clients, and there is no limit for you in earning money. Because if you work for multiple clients, you will get, you can say, multiple sources. Again, you can increase your rate every quarter, and so, that is also a best way. But this is only ideal for people who mastered at least one skill, and not every skill is a freelancing made. Like, there are few things like content writing, graphic designing, video editing, web development, or I can say online teaching, I can say. So these are all some of the skills which are tailor made for freelancing. Not that, like, you just know programming language, no one will hire you for that. So freelancing is like, I need some work and I want you to do that if you're good at it, and I will pay you for that. So that's basically what the freelancing is. So if you're good at least one skill, then you can choose freelancing as a career. Yes, of course, freelancing is like, it's something which is a future. Even more millennials are picking freelancing as their career option. other than job, because they feel like it has more flexibility. You can work from any time, anywhere, any place. There will be no restrictions for you, and you don't need to work for one client. If you don't like them, like, you can leave them and work for other. So that is the flexibility that freelancing will give you. Now, like, I have covered what are all the different career options available after graduation. Like, you can post your questions if you have, and yeah, I will take questions one by one. And like, I have something to share again, how to plan your career after college. So this is something which is very important, because not everyone will tell you. Even if you join a company, people will only tell you about how to work there, what's the work culture, how to earn more. So this is the only thing that you will get to know. But if you want your career to be successful, you need to follow few things. So now I will share those things, because I feel this is an important. So I don't want to make it as a single video, because like, it's difficult for me to answer your questions if I just made it as a video. But live is something where, like, I can interact with you after, I can say, sharing the thing that I want to share. The first thing is build online presence. Even if you're a student or you got a job and you're thinking what's next, the first thing, you need to have a good online presence. Because the reason why I said is, nowadays everything is digital. So people will identify you more in digital avatar than physical avatar, because yeah, we are working from home, we are learning from home, we are doing everything digitally. So you need to have a good digital presence. So for that, like, I suggest, be active on LinkedIn, create a good LinkedIn profile. That is something which will help you to grab opportunities. You can say, if you want to switch jobs, that will help you. So trust me, like, now, like, take an example of me. Like, now I'm moving to my third job in almost 3.5 years of my professional career. So LinkedIn helped me a lot in all these three jobs, because, like, and the example, live example of it, like, it really helped me a lot. People will reach out to you if you're good at something. People will explore your profile. People will see your, they have a glance at your profile, and if they feel you're good, like, they can directly ask you for a job. Or like, if you want to apply for jobs or career opportunities, or if you want to partner with someone or network with some people, you can do everything in LinkedIn. That's the best thing I can do. I can advise people, build your online presence. People will only remember you by your online presence from now. Like, not like, so and so is good, so and so is, I mean, a person I know. But they will not remember you in, like, in physical form. They will only remember your digital avatar. How you network with people, how you make things online, how you, I can say, present things online, how you behave with people, how you network with people, how you interact with others content. These are all the things that are important from now. So make sure you build good online presence. And the other thing I can advise people is, explore more careers. Even though you're working in a particular role, please don't stop your learning process. Explore multiple careers, because yeah, you get into an IT company, or you're working on some IT project. But there is a quotation, right? If you judge a goldfish by, I can say, by its ability to climb a tree, then, like, it spent its whole life thinking like it was a stupid. So similarly, maybe the current thing is not a tailor-made situation for you. The current thing is not something which is relevant for you, but you don't know that you might be good at some other thing. In order to realize that, you need to explore multiple opportunities, multiple options available. So that is something which is very important. If you can see our previous generation, like, they fail to do that because they have less opportunities. I mean, they don't have this social media presence. Like, they don't have these digital opportunities, online networking, everything. They need to do everything physically, so they might be out of some opportunities. Even though that is something which not fascinates them, they don't have other option, so they will settle with one. But nowadays we have many options, we have multiple options to explore. So don't limit yourselves to one career option. Even though you're doing something, try to explore other things as well. Try to learn about multiple things. So it might be, if you're someone who is working on your core branch, try to explore, like, what the latest tech which is trending these days, or what are the different tools that people are working on. Learn about finance, learn about investing, learn about, you can say, management, how to I can manage people and all. Learn about content writing, learn about designing something. See, explore different options, because there were plenty of options available. And I can say that there is this saying again, like the jack of all shades is better than like master of one. I can say, because jack of all trades here, like you might be good at multiple things, but you're not the master of at least one skill. Still, it is fine now, because jack of all trades is everyone's favorite. Because if you know multiple things, at least in a basic level, then ultimately you will be treated good. You will be treated well. You will be given more opportunities. That is what modern day people expect from you, even if you're an employer or anyone, I can say. And the other thing that I will suggest is start investing. So when you see investing, don't feel like I'm talking about the stock market or mutual funds. No, investing on yourself, investing on upskilling. We never think of, you can say, purchasing costly items. Like if Amazon or Flipkart is hosting a sale, even though that is not something which is a need for us, but we still tend to buy because of FOMO. We feel like we will miss out opportunities. Similarly, if you want to eat something, we will do that. Of course, we need everything, but similarly, if you want to purchase a course, then we think multiple times, and like we will search for free option. So that is something which is a big mistake. Not only that, if you want to pursue some other thing, if you want to buy something which will help you, if you're not using any laptop, but if you need a laptop, so that is your need. But we think multiple times for that. Or I can say, you need some other thing, so that your career will get benefit out of it. You won't do that. You need a subscription of something, some educational platform. It might be Skillshare or Udemy or something. You will think multiple times. You'll ask for your friends. See, these are the things where you don't need to compromise on. You should be very straightforward. So invest on yourself. That is very important thing. Invest some money, invest some time on upskilling yourself, because nowadays, like, you cannot sustain or you cannot survive on any company or any job without upskilling. So that is important. If you remember this point, then ultimately you will become successful. And the underrated tip that, I mean, not everyone will give, is build alternate income sources. Because we might witness, we are already witnessing some layoffs, recession in US, and many other stuff. In these situations, it's always good to have second income source. It might be from anywhere. So you are working for a job and you have other skill or other talent. Try to monetize that. Try to figure out how to make money out of it. So if you can teach well, like, try to, I can say, make online courses and sell it to people. Or if you are providing freelancing services, you can also do that in your free time or in your weekends. Because that income source will always help you, even though you lost your job. That is very important these days. I can say that is an essential thing for everyone to follow. Try to build alternate income sources. Even you're a student, try to build at least one income source apart from the job that you will be getting. Or do some internships, do some freelance projects. Because yeah, that is something you need to know. You need to, I can say, habituate. Having two income streams at least is very important, and that you can get by upskilling yourself. Again, like, these all the four steps that I said are very much important for you. So in order to make money, or in order to become successful in your career. Now I will take some questions. Yeah, got some messages. I will start from the first. What is the process that you follow to learn multiple latest tech and trends? Thanks for asking that, Abhishek. I can say, if you want to learn anything, any latest tech or any latest trend, the thing that you need to do is you need to experience that. You need to have some hands-on experience on that. So I will tell the way that I follow in general. So since my college days, like, if I want to learn any tech, the first thing that I will do is that I will experiment on it practically. Let's say it's a web development, like building websites. So how you actually know, how you can actually learn web development, not by watching videos, or you can say practicing and all, by building a website. So that is the best way to learn web development, right? So if you know how to build a website, you are already a web developer. So I built many websites, and I hosted it, purchased a domain. Like, domains are cheap, not really costly. So we can do multiple things like that to learn web development. It's not that you need to only learn the things. Again, like if you want to learn a machine learning, which is a very, I can say, trending tech. So the thing that I follow about, I build some machine learning projects. And if you can search for a library called Flask Caption, so that is the Python library that I have created. So I myself created a Python library, and that I can confidently say that like I know machine learning. I had a proof, like I built some libraries, which is a deep learning library. And if anyone asks me if you know web development, I will show the websites of me which are already live, and I can say that I'm a web developer. These are the examples that I do. And like I can say digital marketing, I build my online presence. Like I can show the proof, like, so this is a YouTube channel, I'm producing content, I'm doing everything here, I'm doing research, I'm doing SEO, I'm optimizing titles and all. So I can show multiple things which I build online, to show that like I'm a digital marketer. Similarly, if I want to show that like I can write things well, I'm an author of couple of books, I can show those books, I can share the links of those books to the people and say like I'm a writer. And like be it any skill, I can say like you need to be practically exposed with that, so that you can proudly say that you know that skill. You don't need a certificate for that, you don't need someone to prize you for that. If you build yourself practically, then ultimately you can give a single word reply to everyone, even in interviews, or even if you want to get a freelancing projects, whatever it might be. If you want to explore more career opportunities, if you're looking for better career opportunities, having a practical exposure is important, whatever it might be. Like if you want to learn blockchain technology, build a D app, build a decentralized app, and show people that you know blockchain. So this is the way that you should approach latest tech or trends, and this is the process that I follow to learn things. I hope you answered your question. And Siddharth is asking like, I completed graduation, so what to do next? If you're good at least one skill, you can directly try for a job, you can directly approach companies or apply for jobs, and you can ultimately get that. But if you're still not confident on what you can say what you're good at, take some time, do your PG, or spend some time learning new things, because you said like you just completed your graduation, so you can still spend some 6 months or 7 months to learn something. If you have learned at least something, then you can apply for jobs. But make sure you learn something, not just read or watch videos or something, because you need to learn that. And Gayatri is asking what type of skills, technologies, or the things which are necessary to learn in BTech third year. Good question. What type of skills? Again, skills are something which are completely individual, related to individual. So I cannot say learn these skill or learn those skill, but explore multiple things. Spend at least 3 to 4 months exploring about multiple technologies in your domain, in your area. Then you will come to know, okay, this is something which is exciting me, so I will learn this skill, and learn in such a way that like I previously stated an example, build some practical thing out of whatever you have learned, whatever the tech it might be. Build some practical thing. So if you want to learn Android, build an Android app. If you want to learn web dev, build a web app. Or if you're someone from electronics background and if you feel like you're good in IoT, build an IoT project, live project. Then this is the way to learn things, this is the right way to learn things. And I can say apart from technologies, you need to be good at interpersonal skills. As an engineering student, it is essential, because the more, if you're good at interpersonal skills like communication, presentation skills, networking, public speaking, if you have built these skills, these interpersonal skills, then ultimately learning tech or learning skills will not take so much time. Because if you're confident, and interpersonal skills, the advantage of interpersonal skills is like it will build some confidence, it will give you some boost to explore multiple things. So apart from the technologies and skills, you also need these soft skills, these interpersonal skills, because wherever you go, you can survive with these interpersonal skills. Even though you're poor at technical skills, but interpersonal skills will always help you. So apart from the technical skills, also build these things. I feel these are necessary, especially for engineering students, because you need to explore multiple options, you need to learn multiple things. Yeah, I previously said you should be in a way like you are a jack of all trades. You know everything, at least in a basic level. then no doubt that you will be ignored by any company or any project, I can say. You will have a better career. So that is something that I want to share. And Kuzuma is asking, is Gate useful for IT branch? I can say, like, I mentioned earlier, right? If your aim is to get a high paying job, and if you feel like in engineering you won't get that, maybe because you are from a type 3 college, or maybe because you still need more time to learn skills. If you are in this zone, then I advise try for Gate. It's not a worthless thing, but make sure you crack the Gate. If you get a seat in local colleges or type 3 colleges, again there is no purpose in pursuing the Gate. Your target should be IITs or NITs. If that's the case, try for Gate. Prepare for Gate. Like, it won't, I can say, uh, it won't be harmful, because if you are preparing Gate, even you can do well in academics. Of course, academics will not give you much way to your career, but still, if you want to crack Gate, you should be good in academics. And your goal should be to enter into IITs or NITs. If that's the case, go for it. And Rajesh is asking, I'm from commerce, can I choose LLB as a career? If you're passionate about LLB, then you can still choose it, because there is no limit for that, because that's a degree course. You have already completed plus two, so whatever the degree that you have pursued already, it might be even you are pursued any degree, any BSc course, you can still pursue LLB. You can directly get into that. So it's not an issue, but tell yourself, like, am I I mean, do I really need it? Am I really interested in it? Am I really passionate in it? If the answer is yes, then you can do that. No one will stop you, because there is no such thing like people from this background will not enter it. Nowadays, like, anyone can enter into that. Even you had a degree, other degree, you can still do that. And Sai Likita is asking, any free source to learn programming or any other courses? Of course, there were plenty of resources, I can say. Thanks for asking. So I suggest, if you want to learn programming or any technology courses, there were many free platforms, like Geeks for Geeks is one of my favorite. So if you want to learn programming language or data structures, algorithms, that's the best thing. If you want to learn other techs and other technologies and programming languages, W3 Schools is one such ideal platform. So especially if you want to learn web development or any other latest programming languages, W3 Schools will be really helpful. And yeah, for programming and data structures, algorithms, like, I suggest Gigs for Gigs. That's the top level platform. And again, if you want to practice, again, there are other platforms like CodeChef, LeetCode, HackerRank. You can practice in them. And if you want to learn, I can say, video based lectures, like, there is a YouTube channel called Free Code Camp. So that is something where you will find many programming tutorials for free. So that's also a top notch. I'm still like, these are just a few options, but there is no specific thing, because you can learn programming from multiple sources in the internet. If you search for it, you will find millions of resources. So yeah, if you, the only thing is, like, if you're ready to learn, you can learn from anywhere. But these are my suggestions, because I used them during my college days. And can you please tell me about advantages and disadvantages to go to abroad for masters, and about the part-time jobs? Yeah, like, my perspective towards master is, like, if you're affordable, then, like, no one will stop you from doing masters. But if you need a loan, then ultimately you need to think of multiple things. The first thing is your financial situation, like your family's financial situation, like. And the other thing is, are you skilled enough? If you feel like you're skilled enough and you can get any job, even like in your engineering, if you're able to get a job, which means you have skills, so you can crack interviews, you're confident on yourself, then even though it's masters or any other stuff, like even you are in US or UK, it doesn't matter, you will get a job. And other thing, if you feel you're not skilled enough, if you feel you cannot afford that, you need a loan mandatorily, then think twice. At least if you have a confidence, then it's possible. Like, I know few people, who went to masters, and after like 1.5 year or 2 years, like they failed to get a job. Then what they did was like they pursue another masters, another 1.5 year, 2 years, and after that they still fail to get a job. They visit some consultancies so that they can extend their visas, so that they can search for other jobs. So finally they get into a company. That is not an issue, but they spend around 5 years, and after that they again need to spend 5 to 6 years to clear their loans. So at least for 10 years they're not able to save anything. So again, for some people it will work. They will get a job immediately after like 12 to 18 months, and they will clear their loan in 3 to 4 years. After that they will save a lot. Of course the earning potential is more in countries like United States, but the thing is, are you confident? That is the first question that you need to ask. And the advantage, like the only advantage is you can earn more. That's for sure. You can earn more than what you can earn in India. That is the only advantage, and that is the reason why people will go. And you can experience multiple people. Not on education wise, I feel education wise, until and unless you went to Harvard or Stanford or other European universities like Cambridge, you will not see the standard of education going high, because education is same anywhere. The opportunities are more there, and the pay scale is also good there. So these are the options uh, that are considered to be advantages. And disadvantages is if you fail to sustain there, like again you need to return. And nowadays, like many people who are going in a FOMO, like they feel like their friends are going, so they also need to went there. So that is the biggest thing. Don't do that. If you're really passionate about doing a master's in abroad and you want to earn money a lot, then it's fine. But until and unless you're confident in yourself, don't do that just because others are going. It might work for others, but it will not. It might not work for you. Think of all these things. Even if you're skilled here, you can get a job directly, and after 7 to 8 years, you can match with the salary that you will get in US. And also try to be a, I can say, top skill person in your company. Work on projects actively. Like you might get an on-site opportunity. Who knows, right? So you will also get that. But if you get an on-site opportunity, you don't need to worry about anything, because company will take care of it. Company will sponsor everything. But for to pursue masters again, like it's completely in your hands. Um, I was completed MBA in a local college and have much skills in my MBA course. What to do? Where to develop my skills in MBA? What are the course for MBA? So you said like you already completed your MBA, but as I said, like if you do that in local college, it won't really add any value to it. So you need to admit that. But the thing is, at least like you now realize it that you need to learn few skills. So concentrate on the skills that you feel like it will excites you. Like if it's MBA, it might be finance, or it might be talent acquisition, or it might be people's management. So there are multiple things out there. So focus on one thing. And like already you completed your MBA, so there is no need, no use of worrying about that. Learn by yourself, because there are many online resources out there. So even now, if you start learning, and if you're good at least one skill, then ultimately you can get into a good job, because you have an MBA degree. But yeah, doing MBA from local college will not add any value. That's definitely for sure. But you still have some time to learn. But you need to learn that. And the other important factor is the communication, and like I can say like presentation skills. That is important. If you still lack in that, like you need more time. So like no one will help you, because if you are an MBA graduate, you should be good at communication. That is a very essential thing, because like mostly management jobs are communication oriented job. You need to showcase your oral skills. That's the only way to sustain. And if you believe that you are good in communication skills, then ultimately learn some essential skills from your education, your MBA. Try to do some online courses. You will find many of the I can say free courses out there. So that's the way you to work out on that. But if you lack at communication skills, then like you need to work a lot again. There is no secret hack for that. And Buffett is asking which technology future. Oh, so you might be asking about future technologies or something. I can say anything related to data will sustain for long. So there were many technologies that would build out of data. It might be data science, data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So everything needs data, and also blockchain is something which is mainly built based out of data. Even digital marketing. So using people's data, you're able to advertise any brand in social media and internet. So these are all some hot technologies which will survive and which will sustain for long time. So I can say like these are some technologies, but like every technology has its own advantages and disadvantages again. But if you ask me what are the future technologies that will survive for a long time, then I can say these things. Completed BTech graduation in ECE. What are the skills I have to learn a software job? So if you want to enter into an IT field from an ECE background, so make sure you at least have a programming knowledge, because if you belong to a type 3 college, then even it doesn't matter whether you're from CSE or ECE or any other branch, because uh, everything will be almost same. If you want to just get into IT company, it might be service based or any other thing, you should be good at programming. That's it. You don't, like, companies will not expect too much, and companies will not see which branch you are from, because they also know that every branch is almost same. Everyone can enter into IT. So yeah, learn a programming language and make sure you have a good communication skill. These are the two I believe enough to get into a service based MNC. But if you are specific about a technology, then yeah, you need to work a lot to learn that, to build some projects out of it and get into a company. But if your aim is just to get into an IT job, yeah, learn a programming language, be good at communication skills, you're done. Someone asking like my job. Yeah, currently like I'm working for a full-time job, and apart from that, like I do freelancing sometimes, and I spend some time on content creation. And you can see like there are also some of my online courses which are live on Udemy as well. Yeah, I do multiple things. I believe like building alternate income sources is an essential factor, and I believe in that, and I also work based on that. But yeah, currently I was working for a full-time job, so it's a, you can say, I was about to join another company in a couple of months. It's a management role. um, I will be working as like digital marketing manager in my upcoming company. But yeah, I'm a kind of guy who love exploring multiple careers. Like as I said, I love exploring multiple careers. So it's not that I belong to so and so. So I started my career as a full stack developer. Like I am into full stack development, and earlier like I have a passion towards learning advanced tech like machine learning, and I built multiple projects on the same. Now like I'm exploring other options like digital marketing and other stuff. And apart from that, I do freelancing on other stuff as well. So yeah, like I'm managing multiple things out there. But I strongly suggest people to do the same, at least one alternate income source that is essential for you. Because even though you're working for your job will not always satisfy you. Sometimes you feel like I'm doing nothing. So in those cases, having an alternate income source or working towards your passion will really help. I'm not saying get a job which involves your passion, because that is impossible. Like if you're good at something, there is no rule that you will get the job in the same thing. But make these two things, you can say, separate: your passion and your job. These two will not be same for everyone. But make sure even though you're working something and you don't like it, you still try to pursue other thing as your passion or side hustle. That will really help you a lot. I think like I have answered majority of the questions. Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. We hope like we will do many live streams in the future too. I will try to do another live stream in the coming days. So thank you for joining. And if you have any other questions, if I fail to answer, please do drop your questions in the comment section of any of my videos. I will try to answer. And if you want me to make any specific video that you like, I will also do that. Thank you.